we're good. Cody, your name is on everybody's lips these days. How good did that win feel over Almeida?
It was great. It was to go in there against another undefeated, top prospect that was, dangerous as me. To get that win was the best fight of my career so far. I'm looking forward to the next ones.
I had asked Uriah before the fight if it were true that you're the guy who hadn't even shown as much of your talent in the octagon as you do in the gym, and he said, yeah, absolutely, this guy's got a lot more going for him. Do you think that you showed that Cody Garbrandt last Saturday?
Yeah, I definitely feel like I showed a glimpse of that. I kept it with stand-up, obviously, but I'm a very well-rounded fighter, and looking forward to these highly talented opponents, my adversaries that are making to bring out the best in me. Like I said in every interview I did, these are the fights that get me up off the couch, make me do the extra work. Like, you get threatened the most as you're going to go in with another savage like that. It's kill or be killed, like Nate Diaz says, and I take that seriously. I visualize winning, but you also got to visualize losing as well, because it'll motivate you.
People have said about you that sometimes you can be a little bit of a slow starter. Maybe sometimes you take too much damage before you get turned on there and get your game going. Was that on your mind in this fight, to come out there guns a-blazing a little faster?
I watched Thomas fight a lot. We've been on a few cards together, and he's a guy that I looked forward to ever since, him making a name for himself in his performances in my division. It's a guy that I thought would bring out the best in me, and I just wanted to fight him for that reason. But I also believe that I'm a slow starter as well, because I don't like to show my speed off real fast and have these fighters get on their wheels. It's one thing to hit them and with some hard shots where you can get in that infighting range. But I'm a slow starter, and I knew he was as well. But that's why I knew I had to get after him early and get him out. Like I said, first round knockout. He was saying second round knockout. I knew his confidence was low, because if he's 21-0 and you just had 4 fight of the night bonuses, you're gonna go in there and definitely say you're gonna knock out your adversary in the first round. So I knew right there to jump all over him that he wasn't confident.
You guys had some stuffs like happening in the hotel before the fight, though, between you and his team. After that, you guys talk to each other or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. I respect every one of my opponents, adversaries that are in there trying to dethrone my dream and derail my goals. I take pride, and I fight with passion, and I fight with purpose, and so there's always going to be that heated rivalry. You see each other in the hotel, and your whole crew's mean mugging you, and and my squad's mean mugging them. So it's like that the whole week. It's tensions. He's undefeated, I was undefeated. It was who wins this fight probably goes on next in his career, and to the bigger fights, hopefully the title fights, and we're both crawling there to get there, and we knew it was what was on the line. So when you have that, I think it adds more hostility to it.
How much value do you place on being undefeated?
Being undefeated is amazing. It feels good. I worked hard for it. I lost fights before as an amateur and wrestling matches and in my life. So that's something that motivates me, is to keep winning and keep doing the best that I can. But I'm okay with losing too. If I go out there and try my best and fight my heart out, and know I left it all in the cage. If my adversary beats me that way, then I'll be okay with losing. I think that's how I fight. I fight with fear. I have no fear in there. I've already lost so much, before, and I came back through everything. So I feel like if the worst thing happens in my life, if I lose a fight in the UFC, then I'm living a good life. So I go out there and try to, get the job done and entertain some crowd.
You talk about that, your past. How much is that past that you've had, those kind of knockdowns through life, to just kind of help you keep motivated for the fights that you have now?
It's everything. I always remember the start. I remember my mom struggling just to get us into wrestling and get us the wrestling singlet and the shoes, and how happy we were as kids when we get a Christmas present, maybe wrestling shoes or a headgear. And my mom was there for me since day one, and so her struggle, her beginning to give us our best beginning. She got us on 2 feet, and now it was our turn to go and get over the adversary, all the adversity. But I always remember the start. That keeps me motivated for sure.
A lot of talk about you and Dominick Cruz. Right now, obviously, he's fighting your teammate Uriah Faber, but what do you make of Dominick as a champion, and are you really already having your sights set on him?
Like I said before, I've visualized me knocking that dude out since I was 16 years old, when he was in the WEC, and that's the guy that I knew I was going to lock horns with one day, and now it's surreal. It's almost about to happen, so I've been getting ready for him mentally. Now it's just putting the physical camp in and getting the call. But I know, he's a great fighter, but my style, I'll knock him out 10 times out of 10.
So Cody, you said on Tuesday you want 203 Caraway. Caraway then says he wants a title shot. You then meet with the UFC later on in the day. Did you get what you wanted?
We haven't really discussed, talking about the next fight. I told him I'm a company man. I believe my performance was better than Caraway's against Aljamain, so I don't believe that he deserves a title fight over that. If anything, fight me at UFC 203 and, for the #1 contender spot, and then we'll go from there.
Do you think it's going to happen? Are you confident?
I'm confident. Yeah, I'm confident that I hope that I get that fight in Cleveland. That would be amazing. But whoever I dance with on that night, it's going to be a bad night for them. That's my home state, and I really turn up when more pressure and coming home and fighting in front of a hometown crowd really motivates me. So I'm ready to fight whoever.
What's it like getting the red carpet treatment at the Zuffa headquarters, taking a selfie with Dana White a day after or 2 days after your win? Is that kind of surreal? All of this happening very quickly for you?
Sometimes, it's fast-paced, but I always constantly remind myself in my mind to just, be thankful, enjoy the process. You worked hard for it, and just to stay humble and hungry.
Dominick said this week that Uriah would beat you. He doesn't want to fight you,
Yeah.
but that you don't want to. Wait, what was it? Uriah doesn't want to fight you, but he would still beat you. I think that was the scenario that he laid out. Did you hear his comments?
Yeah, I definitely heard his comments because Dominick's a pussy. You know what I mean? He was trying to put a fight between me and Faber because he's scared to fight me because he knows I knock him out. I'm already in the champ's head, and you should be worrying about your adversary in Faber, who's that guy's when the lights turn on too. He's a gamer. He's Cruz wants to say Faber hasn't touched the belt in 4 years, but still, Faber has been active for that 4 years and still stayed at the top, waiting to get another shot at you. So that's dangerous as a guy that as what he did. Faber stayed there active and still stayed at the top and got another title shot. So and then he's his first loss. They had a close fight the last fight, and like I said, Faber's been on top that whole time that Dominick was sidelined. So. Dominick shouldn't overlook Faber in this fight. He's looking amazing in camp, and I'm excited to see him go out there and get this strap.
Do you think those comments he was just trying to stir the pot a little bit?
Oh,
and
yeah.
affect your relationship with Faber?
For sure. He thought that, with the whole TJ situation, you've seen how that, really affected the team because we are a close-knit group and we care about each other. You see in the embedded show after my fight, they're jumping around, hugging each other, and it's a family. And I'm very thankful to have that family and those teammates and brothers and sisters that we have. Dominick's trying to be, instigator, trying to be a bully, and I don't do well with bullies. I beat bullies up my whole life. That's why I was always in a lot of fights at school because I would beat the bully up, and Dominick's trying to be a bully.
How much does it bother you that Team Alpha Male has become the source of so much drama for fight fans?
I was drawn to Team Alpha Male when I was younger. I was always in the news or in the headlines, and I remember watching YouTube videos of them training. I was like, damn, that looks fun. They're out there running. Faber's got a shirt off. He's got his hair blown in the, and his hair blown in the air. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'm from Ohio, so California looked cool to me. So I was attracted to it. And you got haters and you got supporters, but just like anything, we got over it. We had that period of time where, we were there, and we had your doubts even, but we came together. Uriah always brought us together and had meetings and kind of like family, you go through that as a family sometimes, and you stay together and you talk through it, and that's what we did. We all stayed on the same game plan, and the guys that stayed, and we decided we had to cut the fat out from everything that happened, and brought new coaches in, Danny Castillo, Justin Buckles, and Chris Holdsworth have stepped up as coaches, and you could see the whole just attitude walking in the gym. I go an hour early just because I like to be there and talk with everyone, and it's like going to high school again every day, but you're getting serious, it is. So I enjoy it, and I'm just glad that there's good times that we're having now over like a year or so of just, man, okay, what's going to happen, I'm very thankful for that gym. Like I said, it was my last-ditch effort to see if I had a career in this. I walked out there 1-0. I was a year layoff from hand injury and brain injury as well, from concussions. And I was like, I'm not going to wait around. I'm going to send Uriah a tweet, which I sent him, 4 years ago, and I remember him tweeting me back, and I made it out there, and it was great. He tweeted me back saying, "Yeah, come check us out." It took me 4 years to get out there, so I knew when I got out there, that was my ticket. That was my ticket to work hard, and he's helped me out. Took me under his wing, taught me how to be a real martial artist. I was just a street fighter, a wrestler, a boxer. So to really live that martial arts lifestyle that he practiced or that he does. he practices what he preaches. So I'm very.
You kind of did that with Joseph Benavidez to a degree as well. So what is your relationship with TJ?
TJ, I don't know. I never had a close relationship with TJ, but you know, everyone out there was, you know, we're all brothers, so we kind of have that. You know, sometimes you have your cousins that you don't really want to see at a family reunion. You're like, all right, man, cool. You just give them a head nod and walk past. You know, you don't want to give them a handshake, but that's how I felt like that. But like I said, he believed in Dwayne, so he wanted to follow Dwayne to Colorado, and you know, I respected that. But the way he went about it was why I was so open in my comments about that, because I believe family. Family is when I had nothing. Family is all I had. You know what I mean? So I believe and that's how we have it out there as like a family. So that's why I took it to heart. You know, the things that happen behind the scenes and just the things like that. But hey, it's my, you know, I focus on myself, and I'm just happy that our team's doing great, and we got amazing coaches, and it's been a great year.
Cody, in a previous life, you were a boxer, so I'm just curious if you had any thoughts on the passing of Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, I mean that we found out yesterday at Faber's, you know, dinner, so it was all up. Faber just said the speech, and we were all pumped up, and you know, news late, we found out Muhammad Ali has passed away, and you know, it was sad. It was, you know, definitely sad. It's a legend of the sport, and I don't think that he didn't do all he did, that combat sports would be where it's at today. So forever grateful for him and what he did for the sport.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.